So a good question is, how do I pick a chainring size?
Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
Well, a lot of this is going to come down to the event that you're going to be riding, really. Like if you're a pure time trialist, then my guess is you're going to go for like a one by system. If you're a triathlete and you've got something that's a bit more undulating, then you're probably going to run like two by. The limitation that comes with that is the fact if you run two by, most companies don't go above like a 58 chainring in itself. If we look at like some of the chainrings on the market now, like Drag 20 they go up to like a 64 chainring. I've got a 62 in front of me. You can obviously see that if we get like a 54, you can see like the difference. But what chainring size is going to come down to is the speeds that you're going to be traveling at, and also looking at like what your optimal cadence is. Like for me is, I've got really good aerodynamics, so I can get my CDA down into like the 0.17s, and I'm going to travel in a time trial generally around like 30 miles an hour. And I generally find like my optimal cadence is around 85. So for me is what I found works is that like a 58 chainring with a 11 like 30 cassette, I've got an optimal range of like gears. And that's going to be the same for everybody really. It's kind of judging your speed. So if if you're down at say like 24, 25 miles an hour, then my guess is you're probably going to get away with like a standardized 52, 53 chainring with a 11, 30 sprocket on the back, or 11, 28, depending on if you're on like 11 or 12 speed. But if you're starting to then have like a slower cadence, then that's when this generally works well for like a lot of triathletes. That's generally when you need like a bigger chainring. So you'd opt for like a 54, a 56, or a 58. I don't think you'll see like too many triathletes run like a 58 chainring, because ultimately you're probably never going to hit the speeds that are required. Even when I was doing triathlon, I'm doing fast bike split times, but they're generally around like 27 miles an hour. I generally say for the majority of people, then between like a 54 and a 56 is going to be like your optimal chainring size. And the good thing about this as well is the fact that it's like drivetrain efficiency is like key. That's another good reason to get like a bigger chainring, is the fact that you'll get better inertia and better chain line efficiency if you're more in line with the center of the block. Like now we've got like 11, we're on like 12 speed. The chain is always like kicked over to like one side a lot of the time. So if you've got like a bigger size chainring, then you're going to go you're going to gain like a few watts in like efficiency. Well, when it comes to like smaller chainrings on the front, like I do believe that you're better off like having a big chainring on like the front. But obviously now we've got like SRAM, they've got like 10 sprockets. You can go, I think, like 1036 on some of these cassettes now. Like on the mountain bike stuff, you can get up to like 1044. But obviously if you've got like a 10 sprocket, then you're going to need like a smaller chainring size. Like on the front, you'll probably run like a 46 or a 50 front chainring. In terms of like performance, then it's better to be in the center of the block a lot of the time, rather than being out, like in say 54-10 or 50-10, the science proves it. You're better off having like a bigger chainring on like the front.